Intercontinental, you're so weird. You're such a weird store. I don't know why. You're so weird. Okay, so this is a different style video than what I usually make because I've been wanting to make a video about this music store in Ottawa for a very long time, and I've finally been inspired to do it because I watched another video that someone had made calling it the craziest music store that they've ever been in, and I would agree with them that it is the craziest music store I've ever been inside. So, the store I'm talking about, if you don't already have an idea of what I'm talking about, if you're familiar with music and instrument stores in Ottawa, is called Intercontinental Music Limited. It is interesting. So, it's kind of like within the music and instrument community in Ottawa has quite a reputation because it's questionable. Like, it's a very weird store. I've only been in it like 2 times, but my parents have gone in it a few times as well and have had interesting experiences. I guess just to give like a little background on it, I'll put up some pictures of the outside of the store and the inside of the store later on in the video, but it's like a house it's like obviously they must live in the top or the bottom of the store, but it's on like a corner of an intersection. I'm assuming that they got the building for free somehow because they used to have another store called Continental Music Limited or Continental Music, but that was shut down, or they had to close it because something happened. Like, I don't even know what happened, but something bad happened at the store and they had to shut it down. And then they reopened at this other location and called it Intercontinental Music instead of Continental Music. And I haven't I've only lived in Ottawa I say I've only lived in Ottawa for 9 years, but I've only lived in Ottawa for 9 years, so I don't know how old or how long the store's been there, but pretty much the entire time I've been in Ottawa that I've seen the location, they've had these signs up that say like 75% off, everything going, or like 50% off 50th anniversary sale, we're closing, everything must go, all these different signs, and they've had them up for like 9 years. They've had the 50th anniversary signs for 9 years, so I don't know, it's a little fishy. Definitely something fishy going on. And to continue on the fishy, we can go into the inside of the store. So the reason that this store has such a weird reputation is mostly the owners, the actual instruments, and the posters and signs that are up all over the store. So if you go inside the store and you're not kicked out within 5 minutes of being in the store, you'll see that like from the second you walk into the actual store to like everywhere else in the actual business, there's these posters up that say things like, if you play an instrument longer than 5 minutes, you have to ask an employee to keep playing the instrument. Or things like, we have the right to kick you out whenever we want. Things like, the Better Business Bureau is bogus and we hate the Better Business Bureau. And if you look up their location, you see they're like not accredited. I don't know that much about the Better Business Bureau, but like, if they hate them so much that they're putting up posters, I'm guessing they had a bad experience. Either they did something to become discredited, or they just stopped paying for their like license and then now hate the Better Business Bureau. But yeah, they've got all these crazy posters up. Other ones like, you're not allowed to use your cell phone. If we catch you using your cell phone in the store, we are allowed to kick you out. Just like crazy signs that make no sense. And And like they all kind of lead into the next part of what makes the store so ridiculous, which is the instruments, because if they're telling you that you have to ask to play an instrument for more than 5 minutes, that clearly means that there's something wrong with their instruments, that if you play them for more than 5 minutes, you'll realize there's something wrong with your instrument, you won't want to buy it, and they don't want you to know that there's something wrong with the instruments until you take them home. And what is wrong with the instruments is, if you go into the store, you will see that almost all of the instruments are a brand called Baron. It's not a brand, not like no popular, there's not like any of the popular or common like guitar brands, like horn, brass instrument brands, pianos, anything. Like it's all this like off brands that you've never heard of, or mostly this brand called Baron. And I was doing a little bit of research on the brand and talking about it with some other people I know that go into the store, and Baron is like, you can only find Baron brand instruments in intercontinental music. So it's not like, I mean, it's a real brand, but it's not a real brand. Like, it's like, Baron brand instruments are limited to intercontinental music. What I'm guessing, and like things that I've heard other people say online, is that Baron is not a real brand, and I'm guessing almost all of their instruments are probably like bought from China, very inexpensive, bought from like other like nameless cheap knockoff instrument companies, and then this guy labels them himself, the guy that owns the store, the family that owns the store, they label them themselves as Baron brand instruments, and you can see it on other signs in the store, along with the like, we hate cell phones, we hate the BBB, we hate people playing our instruments. You can see that like there'll be signs that say like 50th anniversary of Baron Instruments, and it's like, Baron Instruments isn't real. You made up Baron Instruments so you could relabel Chinese knockoff products that you buy for cheap. And then the other funny thing about these instruments is that they're like knockoff. The only place you can buy these instruments is in the intercontinental music, yet they charge so much for these instruments. Like, they charge way more than almost every other store I've been to. Like Steve's, which is a really good music store in Ottawa. Like my parents bought me my banjo there, and like it was like nothing compared to the prices they have in intercontinental music for these instruments that they won't even let you play, because chances are they'll probably stop working properly when you take them home. Like it's so weird. And then going into there, like, I've read these horror stories online of people saying, like, they'll kick you out if you don't buy anything, or, like, if you're just looking around, the guy will literally chase you out of his store. Things like, if you use your phone, if you take a phone call in the store, they'll kick you out. Like, basically, if you do anything they don't like, they'll kick you out. And, like, they have, like, I guess it's their business, so they can kick you out if they want to, but, like, it's just, it's very weird. It doesn't make any sense. It's a really, really weird store. Very weird instruments that are not, like, they're questionable in their quality and where they even come from, what they even are. And, recently I've seen, if I drive by, I'll take pictures, or I don't know if there's pictures of it recently, but, like, they're putting these, like, new signs on the front, because they've had those like 75% off, we're closing, everything must go, 50th anniversary for 9 years signs up. But now they have like liquidation, retirement sale, absolutely everything must go. So what I'm guessing now is the guy that, like, the lead person in their family that runs this store, it's probably getting old. I mean, there's been signs of some senile behavior, and I'm guessing that he's probably done doing that, just trying to get rid of all this inventory he has of all these like knockoff Chinese products that no one wants to buy. I don't know what he's gonna do with it. It's a really weird store. I definitely would recommend looking it up and like reading on like some music forums of people talking about how weird it is in there. But now what I want to do is I want to just like read some reviews of the store on Google because they're hilarious. So I'll put up like pictures of them, but I'll cross out the names for people, but I guess you could look it up on your own. But I'm gonna read some of these reviews now because they're hilarious. But before I read the reviews, I do want to say I'm talking negatively about this store a lot, but one good thing is that one of the 2 times I was in there, they have like 2 or 3 really old golden retrievers that like live with them, and they let them walk around the store, and they're really cute dogs. So if there's one good thing about Intercontinental Music is they have cute dogs if you go in there, but chances are you won't be allowed to be in there for very long, so I wouldn't just go for the dogs. I would probably just steer clear of the whole store. Alright, so the first review is a 1 star from Bruno who says, "Never go there. What happened? I went there to buy an ukulele, and the senior is very nice when you come in to buy, but it was not even 30 minutes I came back to return it because I bought it to my cousin, but his father had already bought one for my cousin. That's his birthday. So I went there like 15 minutes later to get the refund. When I got inside, I explained to the senior the reason why I would like to return it. The senior didn't care about the refund. He was rude, saying that he would not give my money back, and told me to go away. Really upset with all that. Never go there." Are you allowed to refuse to refund someone? Like, I don't know, with like a small business. But that just doesn't sound like a good experience. Definitely not a great review to have as your like header review on your Google reviews. If like the first thing you search when you search Intercontinental Music Limited is a guy saying that he was refused a refund even though he bought the product 15 minutes prior to asking for the refund. Also, their current Google review average is 2.2 stars, which is definitely not a great average. Also, given that like I think one of the videos I watched about this store before, the review average was like 1.5 stars. I don't know how long ago that was, so I don't know how it increased that much since then, but definitely not good to be sporting a 1.5 to 2.2 star average on Google. Here's another review. Madam says, with a 1-star review, 0 stars, 5 thumbs down, bad store. I wish I saw all the reviews before I went to this store. I agree with the previous review as well. Extremely pushy salesman, and does not let you decide or see the instruments properly. He was rude and asked if we were there to buy or else don't waste his time. That is the same thing that has happened to me before. I said I want to buy, but not like this. He basically shoved a violin onto us and would not let us examine it properly. My husband and girl are not good with bargains or quality check, and we're too eager get it. The price on the violin was way off, and he just dropped down to half right away, which just made me question the quality of the instrument. That is true. I've seen a lot of things where if you text them like a coupon code, they'll take 50% off of like your guitar price, which is like, if you're that eager to take 50% off just to get rid of your inventory, there's clearly something wrong with your inventory. That clearly means that there's something wrong with their instruments, that if you play them for more than 5 minutes, you'll realize there's something wrong with your instrument, you won't want to buy it, and they don't want you to know that there's something wrong with the instruments until you take them home. And the strings outright break the moment we take it home. Probably why they only let you play it for 5 minutes. I could have gotten a better violin with a year's warranty for this price. When I went back to show the guy, all he... Anyway, the end of Madam's review, she basically just says that this guy when they went back and said the strings broke, he just pointed at the final sale sign and basically said tough titties and that they can't return it, but he said he'd fix it for free because he saw that they were frustrated. It's like, just very questionable experiences people have had. Here we are. Here's another review from Glenn. 1 star. After doing some browsing because I was in the area, one of the salespeople basically told me to buy some guitar strings or something, would ya? Before I leave. Then I left and it was the best decision I ever made. Because he left. Also, their sale signs are pure rubbish. A guitar worth $200 but listed as $1,000, 80% off at $200 is still a $200 guitar. Review from our friend Allie here, 1 star. The most disrespectful and pushy owner ever. We went in to check out a keyboard for a 5-year-old, and he came up and told us he'd lower the price if we buy today. We told him that we were looking around before making a purchase for Friday. He then proceeded to ask me if I know how many times he's heard that and basically shooed me away. I told him I didn't have to buy anything if I didn't want to. He then kept lowering the price and told me to put down a payment. I said we were looking for now, and then he kept saying bye, so we left. I wouldn't ever go back there. The service was disgusting, and the prices are ridiculously high. You can get better brand and quality literally anywhere else. Don't support this type of business. They have 0 customer service. Here's a review from our friend Eric. They are unfriendly, sell off-brand instruments at name-brand prices. The store has weird printed signs telling the customers not to ask questions. I frankly can't believe they're still open. There are literally no reason to go in there when you can just go onto Amazon and have name-brand stuff delivered for less with amazing customer service. Literally, when a computer website has better customer service than, like, a family-owned business, you know there's something wrong going on there. Especially when that computer website is run by a billionaire who, basically abuses his minimum wage workers. Alex, with 1 star, has said, I've never had a good experience in this store. It is hard to understand how people have praised this store. The owner is rude and the prices are extremely high. Can buy name brand items for less with a warranty. I was yelled at for asking about one of the brands he had in store, and he told me to buy or leave because I was acting like a police officer. When asking questions about the product that you're about to invest a lot of money in is acting like a police officer, that is a red flag that you should not buy from these people, because there is something wrong with their products. They are not letting you know about it because they want you to just buy it, not get your money back and have a broken product. Anyways, overall, just a really weird store. I really wanted to talk about it because it's a really weird store, and I think it's so funny that, there's, it's such a mix of reviews. It's, all 1 stars or all 5 stars. And the people giving 5 stars, it's I don't understand. I really don't get it. This one from our friend Mark says, a 5-star review, the people working there are knowledgeable and helpful and very pleasant. It's how is it that 50% or more of the people going to the store are having the worst experience ever? And then this one guy, Mark, and then, a few other people are saying that they're very pleasant. Does he just spin a wheel, and then if it lands on the blue or the red token, then he decides that he's gonna be, really nice and, a normal business owner, or he's gonna be absolutely horrible? I don't understand how some people are having amazing experiences with him. I'm so sad the store's closing. Mark, what kind of experiences are you having there, Mark? I've never met anyone who's had a good experience in this store. It's so weird. It's so mysterious. I genuinely don't understand. I don't get it. Intercontinental Music is the most mysterious store I've ever had an experience with. So another thing that I kind of wanted to do was, maybe to, call the store and ask about the Baron brand and just see, what they say to me. Because I'm really curious about if they'll be ridiculous or if they will, actually give me answers about Baron, or if he's just gonna like hang up on me or something. So I don't know, this might be a bad idea, this might be a really bad idea, but I'm genuinely like, okay, so I wanted to call the store and actually like ask about the Baron brand, because I wanted to see like what their reaction would be, or if they would be helpful or short or rude at all. And I was actually trying to record the call on an app that I just downloaded, but something went wrong with the recording because it was like the first call I tried recording, so I didn't save properly. But I'm recording this like right after I made the call, so it's in my head, and it's just like a short call. Like, I didn't want to ask anything to be pushy because I didn't want to like purposely make him be rude, but it was just a weird call. Like, I was like, hey, how's it going? He said, oh, hello. Like, he didn't even say like intercontinental music, how's it doing? Like, I wasn't even sure I had the right number at first, and I was just wondering about a brand at your store that you sell. And he says, well, the store's closing. So, and I said, yeah, I know, I was just curious about the Baron brand. He's like, yes. He said, so what's the experience selling the instrument? Because I was doing some research and I noticed that it's not sold anywhere else. He says, well, it's a private brand, so it's only sold at the store. And I was like, oh, all right, that sounds interesting. And he's like, yeah, a lot of stores have their own private brands, but it's good, it has good reviews, good experiences, it's reliable. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thanks anyways, bye-bye. Just like, not wanting to give much information. He seemed kind of pissed that I even wanted to call. Like, I just said, I have a question about the brand to start the call, and he's like, well, the store's closing. I was like, yeah, it's not closed yet. It says on Google today you're open till 5:30. Like, I get that you're shutting down your business, but if I wanted to buy your products, which clearly you want people to do as quickly and quietly as possible, you'd want me to, you'd try to actually get me to buy your product instead of just saying, like, the store's closing. Like, I don't want to fucking talk to you. But anyways, just a weird store. Really weird store. That's about it. Alright.